place here in Japan, and I just signed into my on my laptop here so I could read comments a little easier. And I see like so many people are live right now or premieres. Uh, Overstay Road has a premiere going, so go watch that instead. Go give some support to Overstay Road because I'll post this. It'll be up when I'm over and done, and it's you know I'm not nearly as entertaining as he is. So uh, go get her done over there. I am just kind of hanging out here. I wanted to talk a minute about Taco Tuesday and why Taco Tuesday is a thing for me. Like, it just kind of reminds me of my friends back in America. And about once a week, we try and hit Tuesdays, but about once a week, hey, good morning, McClellan. I'm just kind of talking about why Taco Tuesday is important to me. And it's a silly little thing, but, it means a little bit to me. Whoops, I'll be right back. I got my tacos coming. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back with the tacos. I didn't even check sound. Is sound good? I don't know if anybody's there. Can anybody hear me? I don't know if the music's too loud or what. But I got my tacos. This tray's kind of in the way, so I don't want to set it on the floor. Let's set it over there. Let me show you the tacos. I need to unplug my phone. And I'm still getting used to this whole live thing, so it's a tacos. Right? That's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing tacos. And look at this big chunk of pork. That's just super. Mm. I didn't hold it to the camera. Held it to my face. But yeah, a big old chunk of pork. Mm. Yeah, just super. Um, I'll let those sit a minute. I was saying, you know, why Taco Tuesday? Um, yeah, carnitas. It's not carnitas. It's just it's kind of like a stewed pork in chunks. It's a different. It's not really a Mexican flavor, but it's close to Mexican flavor. It's really good. I've eaten here maybe every day for the last few days since I've found it. I really love it. I did break down, have some onion rings from another vendor, and I'm probably going to shoot a video on this whole little complex here. But um, Taco Tuesday. Let me finally get through this. It's just a silly thing, right? But it reminds me of my friends back home when I was saving really hard. I was really hammering my budget. I couldn't afford, or I didn't want to afford, to go out to restaurants. Is really the more appropriate phrasing. So I would concede, once a week I would go out to a taco truck, and I had a friend who was, Mexican heritage and really well versed in the differences in tacos and sauces and so he would teach me a lot. We'd go hit a different taco truck almost every week. Sometimes we'd go back and double tap one we hit before, but it was just so fun. And it's a silly thing, right? But hitting a different taco truck every day, and we were blessed that the city we were in had a year's worth of taco trucks to try, and new ones coming and going. And so just the even saying Taco Tuesday reminds me of home, reminds me of the good times I had in California, of the best times I had in California, and you know every once in a while it would just be he and I. Every once in a while it would be a group of us, but it was just always like a stable, relaxing, fun thing in my schedule. And having those relaxing, fun things in my schedule was very important. So when I can get out here on the road and I can find some good tacos or whatever, it's just a kind of a nod back to those good times I was having in California before I left America. And you can see these tacos are actually really good. I couldn't wait. Let me turn the camera around. So that's a little bit of the street in Japan. It's got this fortified glass on the window because of the wind, I believe. It gets a lot of wind right on the corner. It's only the two corner windows that have the fortified glass, but you can see it's just a lovely view. Looking out on the street, in about half an hour, I have the sun in my face. I just really love this little place. McLovin, I think you're the only one here. Oh man, these are so good. And that's fine. I just wanted to kind of do a quick hit for Taco Tuesday. Give a shout out to this restaurant. I think I'm going to do a whole video on this restaurant. I really love them, and they're super nice. You know, the English is an issue, um, but they try very hard to accommodate me, and and it's kind of like a co-op here, where it's like an industrial setting where I don't want to film it now because there's a bunch of people here, but I'll come through tomorrow morning or maybe the next day and film it. But there's like a center with a bunch of little individual restaurants, and they all look pretty fabulous. But one has beer for 500, and I really enjoy that. I haven't been drinking beer a lot, at all, like at all. But this beer, it's a local, and it doesn't f with my stomach. It doesn't mess with my stomach. It's just a, I don't know. It's a really light beer. It's a really, um, but it doesn't mess with my stomach, so I enjoy it. Right. Um, I can remember there was like a time I remember drinking beer, and all of a sudden it just started messing with my stomach. And before that, it was no problem. I can't remember the year. Trying to mesh the memories of where and when with the year, but um, I definitely switched away from beer because it was messing with my stomach in America a long, long time ago. But yeah, Taco Tuesdays, like I said, it's just a silly thing, but it has a lot of deep memories, a lot of memory recalls, and then it's fun, right? What's not fun about tacos? San Juan Union Vlog, I always forget his name. Um, Let me pull it up here. Actually, it should be over here. Anyway, he just did a Will It Taco video. It was totally funny because it reminds me of like college tacos, right? He made college tacos basically out of fish sticks, canned. Let me turn this around and show you. I think I can show you that screen without too much. Yeah, so check it out. Will It Taco, San Juan Union Vlog. Yeah, so he made a taco out of, oh, I hate to even say this, canned sardines. Oh, God. I was with him. I was all with him on the fish sticks. I was all with him on the bagged chicken, the rotisserie chicken. I used to do that in California. I'd make tacos or burritos. I'd go to Costco, get a rotisserie chicken, and it's ready-made tacos, right? But canned sardines, uh, I just can't get behind that one. I'm sorry. It's just I can't pull that off. But hopefully, I'll get a few other people to kind of buy into this whole Taco Tuesday, and it's a fun thing to do, right? It's easy, and I don't know, it brings back a lot of good memories for me. So, um, yeah, the worst neighborhood are the best tacos. You know what's funny, McLovin, is there was this one taco place. This was so funny. It's way out in the middle of these orchards, right? We're in Northern California. It's way out in the middle of this olive orchard. It's just at a crossroads. And we rolled out there. I saw it one day when I was driving home. And so we rolled out there one day for tacos. And I go up and order, and I get I get like 4 or 5 street tacos, right? The little tiny street tacos. And they're pretty skimpy, like lots of onion, basically. And then he goes and orders, and his tacos are like just massive. And then we went back again, and he got a burrito plate. I got a burrito plate, and mine was a pinner like burrito. And he goes up there, orders in Spanish, and he gets this like monster burrito, tons of beans and rice, overflowing the plate. And I just laughed so hard because I don't know if the lady was sweet on him or just didn't like my English, but it was the funniest thing. And but I will say their pork, their pork tacos, their pork meat was really, really great. And it was worth the drive, right? It was definitely worth the drive to go out there. Some of the best tacos. Not, I'd put them in the top 5. Like, I'd definitely put them in the top 5 there. But I always thought that was so funny. Another happened in a couple other places like that where we would order basically the same thing, and his plate would be twice as heavy as my plate, just because he ordered in Spanish. uh, yeah, it is what it is, man. But I had a good time. Anyway, I'm gonna punch out of this and finish these tacos. Thanks for stopping by, McLevin. Halloween. I hope you're tracking. I hope everything goes well and smooth for you. And thank you for those tips on the iPhone cases. I think those are going to be great. I'm definitely started looking into that a little more, and I got to explore shipping. I guess there's a shipping issue right now between America and Philippines. I guess the postal services aren't talking or something. I don't know. But anyway, have a great day. I'll talk to you later, and I'm going to finish these tacos. I'll give you a last little peek. Um, there we go. Nice little zoom in on those tacos. And a little city view. That's out the one window. That's out the other window. So, yeah, that's a train station right there. So, super easy access. Okay, see y'all later.